The following is a presentation of the Retro Network.
Oh, I just realized I don't have my glasses. Oh, well.
Will you be able to see your notes?
Who said that?
Come on in, sit a spell. We've got stories and jokes to tell. It's gonna be a great Noel. It's the Advent Calendar House. Muppets, Batman, Smurfs, and even Garfield's Halloween. We're gonna take a trip down memory lane. Frosty, Rudolph, and a bunch you've probably never seen. It's Mike and pals that come to entertain. Turn the knob and lift the latch for fun and laughs that can't be matched. And just beware the icy patch. It's the Advent Calendar House.
Welcome to the Advent Calendar House, a holiday specials podcast brought to you by the best hog jowls and pig's feet in the bayou, a little heaven on hoof from the good old US of A. Well, last episode we had a lot of fun dissecting the absurdity of the Battle of Santa versus the Snowman, but now our wartime yuletide is about to take a grimmer turn, and we're all going to do the best we can to find a bit of hope, joy, and laughter in the face of tragedy. So if you're willing and able, join us as we airlift ourselves back to 1980 and report for duty to the 407th 7th Mobile Army Surgical Hospital. It's a very special Christmas episode of MASH. This is Death Takes a Holiday. I am some fruitcake from your nutty aunt, Mike Westfall, and joining me is a secret Santa so sworn to secrecy he doesn't care if everyone else thinks he's giving the gift of smoked oysters instead of big boxes of candy. It's Tim Babb from the Can't Wait for Christmas podcast. Hey, Tim.
What's everybody so happy about? Don't you know it's Christmas?
And hopefully the only surgery he'll be doing this Christmas in July is on a turkey. It's Jamie Ray from Fave 5 from Fans. Hi, Jamie.
Hi, Mike. Hi, Tim. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you both for being here. Jamie, you got me interested in watching this again. I was on your show a couple years ago, and this was one of your favorite TV Christmas specials.
Yeah. And you have to use the word favorite, in a certain way.
Oh, yeah.
But it's definitely has some of the most heart to it. And then thanks so much for inviting me, because I went back and have rewatched it a couple of times now, dug in really deep and found out so much more about this episode and the people behind it and in it, that it definitely stays as one of my favorites.
Oh, wow. So tell me a little about your history with MASH, and if you remember the first time you watched this by any chance?
Yeah, well, so I have a very unique perspective, because I had a great uncle whose name was Lewis. He was actually a Roman Catholic priest who served in Korea during the Korean conflict.
Okay.
And so, of course, I was born in 70, so it was way after that. But I got to meet and talk with him a lot of times. I actually got to spend a couple of weeks one summer and saw he had all this stuff that he had brought back with him. He'd tell these stories about literally driving around in a Jeep with a stainless steel setup that he would put together and do mass and stuff out of the back of his Jeep. And
wow, he
even had one of those mummy Ziploc, the zippered sleeping bags like they have on the sides of the helicopters.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
He brought one back. And so it's really, I always had that connection of the stories. And then, I remember watching this show because, that was it. MASH was everything back in the day. And it's really a show that I guess, too, because of the way it's filmed in the 50s to look like it holds up.
Mm-hmm.
And I just love it. And again, this was one of those that when I went back and started to do my own list, it was like, wow, I totally forgot this. And as a kid, you don't understand all the repercussions of what's going on. But as an adult, especially one who gets a little older now, it really hits hard.
Mm. Tim, what about you?
I was a lot of these, when you have me on for these, I'm like, I've never really heard of this until this show. This is definitely not one of those. Like, I was a huge MASH fan. I don't think modern kids will be able to understand how reruns of what are essentially adult sitcoms were a thing we just watched because there were no other options. There was no streaming services. There was no YouTube. There wasn't even a Cartoon Network. Like, you had a couple hours on Saturday morning, and other than that, you just have to deal with whatever was on. And I remember loving MASH as a kid because I really liked the Hawkeye character, like just a snarky, sarcastic. He was the Chandler Bing of our parents' generation.
Wow. Wow, you're right.
And so I even remembered this show. Like, I remembered watching. I assume I didn't watch it when it aired because I'm pretty sure I was 3. But I remember, like, because like reruns of MASH were just everywhere, and it usually meant whatever afternoon childlike entertainment was over, because MASH was like the doon 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 doon. That was starting to go, okay, well, no more kid stuff. But I was always like, okay, I'm still in for this show because I love MASH. And I didn't realize until like 20 minutes before we started recording, when I was just looking at the IMDb, and I saw a picture, like I'd watched this episode multiple times for this show, for your show today. But it wasn't until, like, again, 15, 20 minutes before we started recording, I was looking at the IMDb, and there was a still frame. I'm like, hey, I've used that in an album art before. Episode 3 of my podcast, I talked about this show, and I watched it then. I had completely forgotten.
Well, it was 10 years ago. More than 10 years ago at this point, yeah.
Yeah, it's almost, 10 and a half.
Yeah, we're coming out.
And also, I used to work at a movie theater.
Okay.
Not bragging. It was probably the worst movie theater in San Jose in terms of, like, what movies we got. Because they opened it, and there was, like, another set of theaters that, like, they were some of the biggest box office draws they made the most money in the country for each individual films. And if they got a movie, we couldn't get a movie.
Huh.
So, like, it was just a lot of time of me sitting in the box office selling tickets to nobody. So I'm just doodling around, doing nothing. Then all of a sudden, one day, I'm just I'm doodling or something, and I hear, can I have 2 tickets to the movie Big Night? And I look up, and I said, holy shit, you're Alan Alda. And then, like, it's a long way from the box office to the front door, and I get on the radios to everybody else in the theater, because it's like a huge empty theater, like 3 stories. I know it's quaint by current multiplex standards, but like 3 stories and like 8 screens. And I'm like, does anybody here watch MASH? And they're like, what? Does anybody watch MASH? Yeah. Alan Alda is coming to the ticket to come to see a movie right now.
That's amazing.
And then I just hear all these employees that outnumber customers just running down various stairways to come see.
Outnumber customers. Oh, that's amazing. I don't think I watched this episode before now. MASH was one of my parents' favorites, though. I feel like it was on every night at my house in reruns for decades. So they probably still watch it. So it's always been a show I've been sort of kind of aware of, but never really dug into it like other shows. But it's always been something that would just, well, if it's on, then I'm sitting down watching it. So I recognized almost everyone here. This episode's actually pretty late in the show's run. This is the 3rd Christmas episode of MASH, but it's the one Jamie recommended, so it's the one I'm doing first.
You're welcome.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And don't forget, if you really get, you can always do the Boxing Day episode as well to round it out to 4.
Oh, of course. That counts. Death Takes a Holiday first aired December 15th, 1980, a Monday night on CBS, co-written and directed by Mike Farrell.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike played Captain B.J. Honeycutt in the show. This is in MASH's 9th season, and by this point, a lot of the actors had taken their turns writing and or directing episodes.
Or leaving.
Yeah, sure, there was a lot of that too. But I feel like you see that often with a show that runs as long as this one did, with a closely knit cast that works well together. And it's just like, oh, let me try my hand on writing this one. Let me try my hand on directing this one. And this turned out beautifully, of course. This was the 4th of 5 episodes Mike Farrell directed, and he was nominated for both an Emmy and a Directors Guild Award for this one. And if you want to watch it, it is on Hulu. Again, it's season 9, episode 5. And let's get right into it. We open with a familiar face. It is Major Margaret Houlihan.
4 cartons of gauze.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
48 boxes of cotton balls.
Deck the halls with balls of cotton. La 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 la.
played by Loretta Swit. Now the late Loretta Swit, since I last talked about her in the best Christmas pageant ever.
Can I pause to talk about the opening credits, which are not particularly different for this episode of MASH, but it features the song Suicide is Painless.
Right.
From the movie.
From the movie.
I don't know if you know this. So Robert Altman wanted a stupid sounding song for the movie.
I did not know that.
So he had his, I think at the time, 14-year-old son write the song. So the lyrics to the song, like Suicide is Pain, like that was all written by his 14-year-old son. Because of the way music licensing works, when they use the theme song for this show, they had to pay the son royalties, even though the lyrics were never used in the show.
It's still his song.
That's right.
So Robert Altman's son made more money off residuals from that song than Robert Altman did for directing MASH.
Wow.
By a lot. It was like something like $70,000 Altman made and over $1 million the kid made.
Oh my goodness. That's amazing.
And they didn't have to use your part of it. You still get the money.
No, nope.
That is great work if you can get it.
Oh man. I'm in the wrong business. But Hot Lips is packing up a box containing 4 cartons of gauze, and our old pal Hawkeye sings, Santa Gauze is coming to town.
The dad jokes.
Oh, through the whole show. The whole show is dad jokes.
Yeah. Father Mulcahy's was my favorite, but I'll wait.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, just the way this entire series was written, and it's just joke after joke, this feels very much like old Hollywood even.
Mm-hmm.
I have an analogy for later that I think you specifically will enjoy.
Oh, nice.
But I'll wait till we get to that scene.
Okay. Well, this is one of those shows where most of the cast is known for this, but I will shout out some holiday connections where I can, because I don't know when I'm going to get to talk about Alan Alda again. Only other holiday thing I've seen him in is an episode of 30 Rock. Remember, he was Alec Baldwin's character's biological father in that.
Oh.
But you can't watch that episode on Peacock anymore because it also had a scene where Jane Krakowski wears blackface. So I'll just skip that. It's no Ludachristmas anyway. Who else is here? Well, we mentioned Mike Farrell as BJ. And we've talked about him on the podcast before because he was the voice of Jonathan Kent in Superman the Animated Series and Justice League.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I have also talked about Major Charles Winchester III before, as played by David Ogden Stiers.
Klinger, you remind me of Tiny Tim, except that it's your brain that's lame.
He's come up a few times on here, most recently as the narrator of a Winnie the Pooh Easter special.
Oh, that was classic. Classic.
And, of course, Cogsworth. That, I believe, is it as far as named I've mentioned on this show before. But also here is Father Mulcahy.
Come, doctors, no fighting. After all, there's a truce on.
Why do you think I'm so happy? The only surgery I'll be doing is on a turkey.
Yes, I'll be coming to the mess tent for a prayer and a wing.
The chaplain of the 407th. He is played by William Christopher, who before this was Private Lester Hummel on Gomer Pyle. After this, he was kind of typecast as a priest in a lot of one-off appearances, like, hey, it's the priest for MASH during episodes of, like, Mad About You. Father's the one who informs us there's currently a truce on for Christmas, and that's why BJ's so happy. The only surgery he's going to be performing is on a turkey. Or so he thinks.
Yeah.
And finally, we have Corporal Max Klinger, played by Jamie Farr.
Everybody's so happy about. Don't you know it's Christmas?
Well, if it isn't Santa's jolly little oaf.
After a few days of dragging Christmas packages around, let's see you be jolly, Roger.
Who, as we all remember, played Jacob Marley in a live Christmas Eve broadcast of A Christmas Carol, as seen in Scrooged.
Nice pull.
Thank you. Klinger's brought a big bag of Christmas packages from overseas and gives them out. He's the company clerk now because Radar's gone. No Radar in this episode.
And he's not too happy about it.
No, he's not. BJ's wife has sent him a package of her mother's world-famous fudge. And Margaret's got a box of cookies, and the Major's got an unidentified package marked perishable. Klinger notes it's the third one he's gotten this week. We'll come back to that in a bit, but first, here comes the Colonel.
I hate to hex your Xmas, but I bring bad Yule tidings. The supply convoy's been hit by marauders. Our turkey dinner's been trimmed.
Colonel Sherman Potter, played by Harry Morgan, who also has a Christmas connection. He was in the movie Holiday Affair as a police lieutenant.
Surely they had to do a Christmas episode of Dragnet.
Yes, that one's got a
Yes,
good
they
Christmas
did, and
episode.
Don't Call Me Shirley.
Well played.
Kazing.
I fell right into it.
Beautiful. The Colonel gets everyone's attention because a supply convoy's been attacked and their Christmas turkey dinner has been stolen.
I misheard that and thought they were going to get... I thought the convoy was attacked and there were injuries that they were going to have to deal with.
Yeah.
And then when that didn't happen, I was like, wait, what about all those people? And then when later on someone does come in, they have to do surgery on. I'm like, what happened to all the people from the convoy? And then rewatching, I was like, oh, there was no injuries, just theft.
No, just theft. No turkeys for you.
This was, if you don't mind me jumping, was my favorite Bazinga.
Yeah.
Where Father Mulcahy said before he was going to come in and when they were cutting the turkey, and give a prayer and a wing.
Yes.
Instead of coming in a wing and a prayer. And I was like, that was a good one, Father. Bless my soul.
That was good. That was very good. And the good Father reminds them that all the ones who are really going to miss out are some young guests they're having over for Christmas from a nearby foster home, adding, isn't it ironic, they're the refugees, yet we get the care packages. And that convinces most of the staff to donate their newly arrived goodies toward this Christmas party.
They can have my cookies.
Very sweet, Margaret. They can have my niece's sugar-cured ham. I don't need any more air in my spare tire.
I must have something back in my footlocker. Better chip in than chip beef, huh?
Fudge.
Perfect.
Was not expecting that from a 1980 sitcom. So Colonel puts Klinger in charge of gathering all the food donations, and he comes to collect. Hawkeye donates a fruitcake from his nutty aunt, but Major Winchester, after getting those 3 very large perishable packages, gives Klinger a small tin of smoked oysters.
Yum.
So the others think he's being stingy. The Major claims they were all clothing, but they're not buying it. Clothing ain't perishable. Or I guess depends on how you wear it.
Is the way I do it. No further questions.
Lady Gaga had a meat dress.
Oh, that's
so,
right.
I mean,
Yeah. It's traditional Christmas meat dress. So they all think he's being cheap and selfish. And then we see the Major carrying all 3 of his packages over to a Jeep that he needs to sign out with the motor pool sergeant, Rizzo, who's fallen asleep while working on another Jeep. Rizzo's always falling asleep on the job.
Well, but in the spirit of Christmas itself,
Good news travels fast.
the word is the rich get richer and the poor get oysters.
He is played by G.W. Bailey, who'd go on to play Lieutenant Harris on Police Academy.
And not, in fact, played by a Muppet rat.
No.
Which I initially thought when I heard Rizzo.
No, he was a pink lady. Close enough. So Winchester needs to borrow a Jeep, but he doesn't have the proper paperwork. And Rizzo, who's heard about the Major's slim offering for the Christmas party, says just because he doesn't read too good don't mean he doesn't do things by the book. So the Major takes a different approach and tells Rizzo that he wants to take a Jeep on an assignation.
I legit thought he was talking about an assassination as well. I fell into, like, until the next line in the scene. I was like, what?
You're going to go kill somebody? That is a bit of a $5 word to Rizzo, so he clarifies a tryst, a rendezvous. Before I have to spell it out for him, he's got a date. And now Rizzo gets it. He's saving his yummies for some babe. So now he's willing to cooperate and loan him the Jeep, adding, just let me know if she's got a friend. Right. So that's that for now, and we catch back up with Klinger, who's doing inventory of all the food donations for the feast, badly humming the 12 Days of Christmas.
Klinger!
So bad.
Not that he's a bad singer, he just doesn't remember how the song goes. He was trying to write down lyrics to Christmas carols to sing at the party, but the Colonel reads them out.
It's amazing how many of the old holiday songs I remember by heart.
3 French horns, 2 turtlenecks, and a partridge in a pair of trees. You're right. It is amazing.
All right, this was the exchange. This felt very much like a Fozzie and Kermit exchange and the Muppet Show.
Wow. You know,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the canned laughter when it's clearly a set where there's no people.
Right.
Just the banter back and forth. Like, yeah, I can't remember how many of the old classics I remember. That just sounds like something Fozzie would say. And then Kermit would read the wrong lyrics and go, yeah, it's amazing, all right, or something.
That's pretty good Kermit.
Oh, he's great. This does, oh my goodness, now that you say that, this does feel exactly the same as Good Grief, the Comedian's a Bear. No, he's not. He's wearing a necktie.
Or the one where he got a typewriter and was typing out the show. Welcome again to the Mupple Shocks.
Yes.
All right, so my typing is bad. My Fozzie's not great.
Anyway, the Colonel's here looking for a needle and thread because he's going to be dressing up as Santa Claus for the kids, but his hat's too big. It's covering his eyes, or as the Colonel puts it, I'd have to have a head the size of MacArthur's to hold up this Kris Kringle cap.
Which I thought was great, because if you were watching it from the beginning, all 3 Colonels at one time or another dressed up as Santa.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of a cool little nod. I don't know if they did it on purpose or not, but to say that, what was it, Henry before them?
Sounds right. Yeah.
But anyway, that he was a bigger guy.
Yeah, yeah.
And so Sherman's smaller. So I thought that was kind of cool.
So that's the Santa suit that they had. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I mean, that makes a lot of sense. Oh, that's great. And this is a festive little scene they have going here.
Mm-hmm.
It gives us the Colonel in his too big Santa suit and just a pile of wrapped goodies in front of them.
Everywhere.
Yeah. I love the camera work on this show. They really know how to frame a shot.
For sure.
But speaking of Santa, we cut to Major Winchester later that night, arriving at his rendezvous, which, surprise, is not a date. He has secretly driven to the foster home to play Santa himself, intending to drop off his 3 packages and leave. It turns out they're handmade chocolates, and it was for the kids the whole time.
Aww.
I love this reveal. I like this character development for the Major, who's known to be a bit of a snob most of the time, but here we see the best of him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when he's telling Choi Sung-ho the story about how when he was a kid, man, he was really emoting there.
Mm-hmm. And oops, the door opens and the headmaster, Choi Sung-ho, asks if everything's okay.
The children in my care are invited to your camp tomorrow.
Yes.
Is there a problem?
No. I brought these for the children.
You are very kind, Major
Winchester, the 3rd.
And I am Choi Sung-ho.
I knew this guy looked familiar while I was watching, and when I looked him up, it all fell into place.
Yeah.
It's Key Luke, whose acting career dated back to the 1930s. He played Charlie Chan's #1 son. He was the original Kato on Green Hornet, Master Po on Kung Fu.
Yeah.
And on the original Space Ghost cartoon, he was the much more sinister voice of Brack.
Really?
Yeah. But I know him best, and I have the feeling y'all might too, as Mr. Wing, the shopkeeper from Gremlins. Here he is, the headmaster of this foster home, and he invites Winchester to meet the children, but the Major explains he can't.
I'm sorry. See, on Christmas Eve, it's a tradition in my family to leave this particular gift at places like this.
But part of the custom also holds that for it to be a true act of charity, the gift must remain anonymous.
Ah, that is a lovely thought. You have practiced this for many years?
Oh, my. Yes. Some of my earliest recollections of childhood are associated with it.
So Choi Sung-ho understands and agrees to keep his secret. I just love this whole scene. I love the idea behind it. I kind of want to figure out a way to do it myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, my During COVID, my wife and I were lucky that we were able to like work from home, so there was no interruption to our revenue stream, as it were.
Right.
But when we got like the government gave like not bonuses, what do you call it, like
stimulus checks.
That's it. Thank you. And so we just my wife decided, let's just turn them into gift cards, and she knew people who would appreciate them, and we just drove around at night and left them in their mailboxes and stuff.
Nice.
Again, anonymously. Because my wife is a better person than me, but I am married to her, so I think I get partial credit.
There you go. You drove.
Exactly. I was the wheelman.
You were the driver. Yeah.
It was a reverse heist.
Beautiful. Well, now we cut back to the mess hall where Hawkeye finds BJ up late stringing popcorn for a Christmas tree. Did y'all used to do that at all?
Oh, yeah.
Never.
All the time. And with cranberries.
With cranberries? Okay.
Cranberry soup. Give it a little color.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. No, my mom used to string popcorn, not every Christmas, but I definitely remember her doing it. I haven't done it as an adult yet because I think maybe I like popcorn too much. I don't know.
Yeah, same.
One for you.
Yeah, one for me.
It's like I could put candy canes on the tree all day because I'll never eat them. But like as soon as you get the popcorn out, I'm like, don't touch that. I'm gonna eat it.
Right.
Put the string away.
Maybe I'll give it a shot. Kids are old enough now that they might want to help. We'll see. But
so, Mike, after Christmas, did you take yours out and put it like on a real tree or something, and the birds could come eat it?
I don't know. I mean, we had a real tree when we did it, so maybe we just threw the whole thing out and maybe the birds ate it then. Yeah.
Yeah. We would always take it outside and put it like on a bush or a tree or something.
Okay. Oh, that's great.
And then the birds would come eat it.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful. That sounds like something we'd do. Like my dad is a huge bird enthusiast, bird watcher. So that sounds exactly like something that would happen. Well, this is something BJ says he's done when he was little, too. And Hawkeye teases him, but Santa won't show up while you're awake. And this is a fun little chat about their Christmas memories. Hawkeye talking about setting up his electric train track around his family's nativity scene and giving the wise men a ride to Bethlehem. Did you used to play with your nativity scenes? Because I totally did.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
And I used to set up a train around the tree.
Oh, yeah.
I even have a picture of me, my dad, and my brother.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm almost certain I put like the Super Friends or He-Man in and around the nativity scene at one point.
Yeah.
I have an Uncle John who lives in DC, and we call him Uncle John with a beard because he has a beard.
Yeah.
Over the years, he has replaced every single one of the pieces of the nativity scene, except for the baby Jesus, with something else. Yoda is one of the three wise men.
Oh, I might have to start doing that. Our nativity scene is like up on a shelf above the TV, so no one's reaching that. But
there you go.
Maybe I'll get another one. Maybe I'll get like a Lego one, and then I'll throw a minifig in there. Here's Bart Simpson.
It's the nativity scene of Theseus.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Oh, good call.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. 6 people got that joke.
I had to Google that while you guys were talking. I didn't have that locked in.
It's just like, what's that guy's name?
I was like, the one with the ship. They talked about it in WandaVision.
Yes, that's exactly where my brain went, was WandaVision. BJ's a little more bittersweet. He talks about his dad lifting him on his shoulders to put the angel on top of the tree, and this year it was supposed to be his turn to do the same for his baby daughter, Erin, who was born right before he left for Korea. So that's tough. Well, now it's Christmas morning, and here come the kids who do not look all that excited. They don't know what's going on.
Well, they just rode in the back of that pickup truck with one little fit on blanket. I don't think I'd be too happy.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, and it's cold.
Well, as the IMDb Goofs points out, there's far too much greenery for it to be winter in Korea.
It's true.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of attention to that.
Womp womp. But Mr. Troy explains no matter what he tells the kids, they're still afraid of uniforms. Well, that's very fair.
Yes.
And Klinger immediately says to that, I know what you mean. Uniforms scare me too. And he takes off his jacket even though it's cold.
I've been trying to get out of this outfit ever since I got into this outfit. The only trouble is once you get out of the green, you start turning blue.
This is where I realized, like, wait a minute. what season did Klinger stop dressing as a woman? Like, he shouldn't have been in uniform.
That's what I was just going to say. Of all the times Klinger's not in a dress, come on.
He didn't have his Christmas dress.
Well, I think they eventually dropped that storyline because they're like, I think we've done all the jokes we can do about Klinger and drag.
Yeah.
Actually, the next episode, which is a War for All Seasons, it's a really great episode. I'm sorry to derail us, but it's one episode of an entire year.
Okay.
And Father Mulcahy plants a garden, and Klinger brings a bunch of clothes and makes the scarecrow out of all of his old clothes.
There you go.
And he says, I hate it when skinny girls can wear anything. And then, speaking of the continuity, Father Mulcahy is talking about how he's out there sweating all day working on the garden, and you can see his breath coming out.
Oh, wow, yeah. Well, because I'm a specific sort of nerd, I knew this episode was set in a very specific place at a very specific time in history, so I looked up the weather.
Oh.
The show is set near the village of Uijeongbu, South Korea, which is about 15 miles north of Seoul. The website mash4077tv.com has a chronological timeline of the whole series and says this episode's Christmas was set in 1951.
Yeah. And that would go exactly, because the next episode starts with New Year's, where Potter is the old man wearing a 1950s and Klinger is the young baby wearing a 1951 sash.
Okay.
So that's right there.
Sure. On the website, WeatherSpark confirmed that in Seoul, on December 25th, 1951, it was indeed very cold in the 30s all day. So they got that right. In real life, it rained for most of that Christmas day, but I don't care. I just wanted to see how cold it was in South Korea around Christmas. And the answer is pretty cold. So this tracks.
And we thank you for that, Mike.
Hey, no problem. It's what I'm here for.
I wonder how they keep track of the timeline on that MASH site, though, because MASH famously lasted way longer than the actual Korean War did.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, it's all wibbly wobbly.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, the next episode eats up a complete year.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't be doing that on season 9.
No. Don't think about it too hard.
All right, fair enough.
Well, right as the kids start heading into the mess tent for the party, a Jeep pulls up with a soldier hit by a sniper. And Margaret runs to get BJ and Hawkeye, who were a bit late getting up. They were up stringing that popcorn all night. Hawkeye's wearing Groucho glasses. That's his Christmas outfit.
He had to put on his face.
There you go.
Yeah, he had to have something on so he could make the joke, "You're a sight for 4 eyes."
That's right, yeah.
Come on, we've got trouble. Somebody's been hit by a sniper.
Oh, that lousy snipers union. They don't even get Christmas off.
That's
Yeah.
a joke.
Sometimes you have to work on Christmas. Sometimes.
I mean, I will probably get to it when we wrap up, but I forgot how much I love the show. Like, I loved MASH.
Yeah.
Like, this is just a good show.
Mhm.
Like, I was watching that, I'm like, wow, this is quality.
It really is. And it's just one after another, these lines. So these three decide to get this guy into pre-op, but ask the guy who drove him to keep the noise down about it because there's a party going on with the kids in the mess tent. So while they're dealing with this, let's go over to the party, where we find Lieutenant Nurse Kelly. She's finally got a line in this episode. She and Klinger are introducing the reluctant kids to macadamia nuts from her native Hawaii.
Go ahead. They're Hawaiian peanuts.
Clap.
They good?
Kelly is played by Kelly Nakahara, whom I also recognized as the cook from the movie Clue.
Yes.
Wow.
Less appetizing, at least to Klinger, are Rizzo's Louisiana hog jowls and pig's feet.
That's good stuff. You know, they have those in gas stations around here.
I believe it. I've never had the pleasure, but you're a fellow Louisianan. What say you?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, you can go and they'll have those big, those big pickle jars like you get at Sam's.
Oh, yeah.
And the feet will just be like floating.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'll try anything once.
Please don't. Please don't.
Okay, fair.
Like a gas station boiled egg.
I'm not gonna lie, you're not selling it.
I think that's the idea.
Gas station floating in a jar. Not things I do.
All
No
right.
expiration date to be seen.
I think there was a Futurama episode about that where a whole colony of eggs.
I can see it. We got some stuff at our gas stations. I'll tell
boy.
You that.
And then we have the tiny tin of oysters donated by, as Klinger calls him, Charles Ebenezer Winchester.
Hold it. You ever eat the eraser off of a pencil? They're blech. Can you say blech? Blech. Very good. All together now. Blech.
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 And speaking of blech, we cut to the surgery tent.
Yeah.
Where a patient does not appear to be doing well. Side of his head's all bloodied, and it's looking pretty grim for this man. Even worse, Margaret's going through his pockets and finds a photo of his family addressed,
To the best husband and daddy in the world. Come home soon. We love you. Scott, Jeannie, and Lynn.
BJ takes one look at the photo, pauses for a moment, and then decides to have Margaret set up 2 units of plasma. The other 2 think it's too late for that, but BJ's got a plan. If they can delay it long enough, this man's kids won't have to think of Christmas as the day their dad died. They'll think of the day after Christmas as the day he died. But still, I mean, that 24 hours can make a difference.
Yeah, I thought at that point, BJ was like, oh, hell no. We're going to save this guy because I'm the best dad and father, and I'm going to put it to his face. But they went in a completely different way for me. So, still a great episode.
We had a lot of fun making jokes in the tent, but this show is very good at getting very serious after stopping on a dime.
Yeah.
This is the nature of the job. And this man definitely going to die. And their goal now is not to try and revive him so much as to keep him legally alive until after midnight, which is going to be a task. I don't know what time of day it is at this point, but that's the mission as we fade to a commercial.
I know at one point they mention 9:30, but I think that might be later when Colonel Potter comes back.
Yeah, I think that was 9:30 that night.
Yeah.
But this feels like it's still the morning.
Yeah, because the kids just got there.
Right.
Don't go away. MASH will be right back.
The new Kodak Colorburst 250 instant camera and the tree trimming.
I'll let them start trimming the tree. Hurry home. You know, he doesn't have to miss anything. Open it. It's a Kodak instant camera, huh?
The Kodak Colorburst 250, the new instant camera with a convenient built-in flash.
You missed trimming the tree, right?
Not really.
Oh, beautiful.
It's the gift that starts giving instantly.
For over 10 years, the Can't Wait for Christmas podcast has been doing deep dives into your favorite Christmas topics. Muppet Christmas Carol, Jingle Bells, Bing Crosby, A Charlie Brown Christmas, Mistletoe, Die Hard, Secret Santa, It's a Wonderful Life, Fake Christmas Tree, Muppet Carol, Family, How the Grinch Polar Express, Leon Conquers the March, Charles Dickens, A Bomb for Christmas. And we're just getting started. Tune in for new episodes on the 25th of every month or explore our archives at can'twaitforchristmaspod.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
I can't wait for Christmas.
Well, when we return after those messages, we meet one more supporting cast member passing around a plate of cookies donated by Margaret.
There you go, cookies baked in the good old US of A.
These are really delicious.
Delicious, so say it again. It'll be another year before I hear that word.
This is Private Igor Straminsky, the cook, played by Jeff Maxwell. Or is it Igor? Because he also played a medical student of a young Dr. Frankenstein.
Oh, I never made that connection.
Dr. Frankenstein?
Wow.
But Jeff Maxwell has also stuck close to his MASH roots, publishing a book, Secrets of the MASH, The Lost Recipes of Private Igor.
Oh, that's great.
How would he know? The actor doesn't get recipes. You have a whisk and an empty pot.
Yeah.
He's a method actor.
Oh,
Yes, he is.
I didn't realize he De Niro'd it.
There you go. And he also co-hosts a podcast called MASH Matters, or I guess it's MASH Matters.
MASH Matters?
Sure. So Private Igor's passing out cookies does not give one to Major Winchester, who's fine to silently let everyone think he's hoarding several packages of goodies to himself in order to keep his tradition of giving anonymously. Small price to pay, no matter how good those cookies probably smell. This is also where Rizzo slithers up and asks Winchester how the date went. But here's where the Major notices Rizzo has a chocolate bar. We realize it must be one of the chocolates he left for the kids, but Rizzo's very confused when he grabs him by the arm and asks, "Where did you get that?" "The arm? It's mine, I swear."
So, did you notice the shape of the chocolate bar?
Not the specific shape, but as I'm thinking about it, like...
It's triangular. I think it was a Toblerone bar.
Okay.
Even though Charles had been saying it was, individually made by, a confectionery or whatnot. But if you look at it real close, it definitely looks like a Toblerone. And I was like, wow, they didn't have those. So I went back and looked it up. They first came out in 1908.
Okay, so they didn't have those.
So it definitely could have been a 50, the early 50s.
Yeah.
IMDb put that in their goof section as well.
Oh, they did?
Like, that was clearly a modern mass-produced product similar to Toblerone.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
That just looks like a Kit Kat.
11 people did not find that helpful, though.
I think it was the left Twix and not the right.
Yeah. So Rizzo explains he bought the chocolate bar that morning from a guy who came in from Seoul and got them on the black market. Remember, the Major said these were handmade chocolates, and he had told a story about seeing the chocolatier rolling them by hand when he was a kid. So there's no mistaking this for him, and he is furious. Takes the bar from Rizzo, and then finds one of the kids who's sitting by the Christmas tree, who luckily for him speaks English.
Tell me, did you get any nice presents for Christmas? A dolly, a train, candy bar?
Oh, yes. #1 good BJ fudge candy.
Anything else?
Rubber oyster things. Blah.
We have a credit for this girl. Her name is Sally Imamura. She was on one other episode of MASH, a season 8 episode called Old Soldiers, as well as an episode of the show When the Whistle Blows, also in 1980, and that is her entire IMDb filmography. So the Major asks her if she got anything nice for Christmas, a dolly, a train, maybe a candy bar. She did get a piece of BJ's fudge candy and rubber oyster things, blech, but not one of the chocolates he left for them. So Winchester gives her the bar he took from Rizzo and goes to find Mr. Choi. While we check back in on our patient, Hawkeye's going through his personal effects to look for more information about this guy, and they find his name is Denny Flanagan, and he's from Pennsylvania. He's got a wife, Lynn, and 2 kids, Scott and Jeannie. He also finds an arcade token with an inscription scratched onto it. Denny and Lynn Forever, Funland Arcade, Goldsboro, PA, August 47. I can tell you that Goldsboro is in Wayne County, Pennsylvania. It's in the northeast corner of the state, not far from where my wife grew up, but also not far from Scranton, where she and I met.
Oh.
We do not have a commemorative arcade token from there, unfortunately.
There's that deleted scene where BJ looks up and says, yeah, but he's not the best dad and husband.
That's right. Just for that, I'm keeping you alive. Hawkeye notes there's a 4-leaf clover on the back of Flanagan's token, but BJ quips, not valid outside the USA, as he continues working to keep him alive just a little longer.
I'm amazed at how popular the show was, where there's so much gallows humor around serious things.
It's a teaching moment.
Yeah,
It is.
I very much appreciate it, but I'm like, I can't believe that like this was the most popular show in the world.
Yeah,
at the time.
Its finale still holds the record for the most views.
Mm-hmm.
2.5 hours or something.
Right.
Yeah. So no, it was incredibly powerful back then because it, like you said, it's always on. It was always, you could catch it almost every day.
It was always on, and it was about like a period of time that people remembered.
Yeah.
In our parents' case, it was like they grew up at that time, and then like their parents were still alive and watching this, and were nostalgic for that time.
And I think some of it had to do with the fact that the people who were of the age to watch that show didn't really want to remember Vietnam.
That's true.
And so this was a time where we were still, quote unquote, the good guys.
Yeah.
And honestly, it wasn't a war movie. I mean, it was a Korean conflict. So I think maybe that had something to do with it too.
Probably, yeah. Well, the clock on the wall, this is when it says 9:35 as the colonel in his full Santa suit and beard enters, saying he had hoped someone forgot to turn out the lights in the operating tent. Nope. But now we know our heroes have a long 2 hours and 25 minutes to go till Christmas is over. Colonel asks how bad the patient is, and simultaneously, BJ lies he's doing okay, and Hawkeye admits no chance.
Yeah.
Little conflict in diagnosis here. You wouldn't lie to Santa, would you, son?
Family's Christmas wreath should be green, not black.
What a line.
Yeah.
That might be my favorite line that's not a joke in this whole episode. Well, the colonel understands their position and promises to tell anyone who asks where these three are that they're working on a special Christmas present for some kids back home, which isn't wrong.
No.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, back at the party, Major Winchester has found Mr. Choi, calls him a mendacious lowlife, and asks how he could literally steal candy from babies. And Mr. Choi's confused, but then he understands and politely asks if they could talk outside. What they don't realize is as they step out of the tent, Klinger overheard them, and he quietly stands in front of the door to listen.
Wearing a mink coat.
Didn't notice
a
that.
Woman's mink coat. So,
okay.
Yep.
I did not catch that. I did note that the background noise, I'm like, how is he hearing anything?
Yes, thank you.
Like the background noise in that tent was so like they were like lots of Foley, everybody, and they're like, okay, and Klinger is clearly overhearing this. I'm like, how?
Well, if you watch it again, you can see him in the background turn and look at as soon as Winchester says,
"Oh, play the innocent with me. How dare you steal candy from babies, you."
Please, Major.
Again, this is such a well-shot show. He's perfectly framed in between the two of them.
Exactly.
Just behind them. It's very subtle, but very effective.
And then as they leave, he moves himself toward the door.
Yeah, he kind of like slides in front of it. This whole thing was very smooth.
Yes.
And you can even see a shadow when they're outside. You can see a shadow on the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still say the noise in that tent would not allow you to hear the conversation at that level outside the tent.
No, absolutely not.
But what you forget is it was in the script. So,
I forgot.
Yeah, well.
Well, that's why it's not in the IMDb goofs.
Exactly.
No, it's not a goof. He did exactly what the script told him to do. So outside, Mr. Choi wants a chance to explain, but the Major is extremely angry with him and demands that he goes to get the candy back, or else he'll be hanging by the chimney without care. That's a good threat. I'm surprised I haven't heard it in more Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
But Mr. Choi tells him the money's already gone, and that just makes the Major angrier. But Mr. Choi quietly explains,
Please, your generous gift and insistence that it remain anonymous touched me deeply. Yeah. The candy would have brought great joy to the children for a few moments. But on the black market, it was worth enough rice and cabbage to feed them for a month.
That was like super smart.
Yeah.
This conversation is all happening while everyone else in the tent is loudly singing Jingle Bells. That was a nice touch. But Mr. Choi apologizes for not carrying out the Major's family tradition, but now that he's heard the whole story and understands, Winchester apologizes himself, saying it's inappropriate to give dessert to a child who's had no meal.
Yes. Another great line.
And that's my favorite non-joke line.
Yeah, that's what Christmas is all about, Charlie Brown. So the two shake hands, and Mr. Choi asks if they should go back inside and share some Christmas cheer, but the Major declines, opting instead to head in for the night. But Mr. Choi returns to the party, and Klinger, who's been listening by the door, steps aside in time and turns his back so as not to be caught eavesdropping. Another great shot as we follow Mr. Choi across the whole tent, where peeking through another door on the other side, we find the Colonel in his Santa suit, looking on at everyone enjoying the party as he puts on his beard and steps back inside with a hearty "Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!" That was the best transition from one scene to another that I've seen in a while, and it tells like the whole story of everything, every plot in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Father Mulcahy is talking to some kids, and I'm like, boy, they're really spending a lot of time on Father Mulcahy for some reason, and then we find out why in the next couple seconds.
Yeah. The Colonel comes in, gives out presents to all the kids, and yeah, we see Father Mulcahy telling a young boy, "I told you Santa Claus was coming." He seems to be the one who organized this party with Mr. Choi. Earlier, he thanks him for bringing all the kids, saying, "After all, what's Christmas without children?"
Right.
So, of course, the man of God has been telling them all about Christmas, including the fun parts of it, like Santa.
Okay. Not Christ at his birth.
That's part of it. He's doing both. You can only get the Santa part on TV, though. But speaking of Santa, he whispers into the father's ear that he needs to hightail it over to the pre-op, but mum's the word, and off he goes, leaving the kids with Santa. So father heads over, and BJ actually sees some signs of improvement in Denny's vitals. But it's only been a few minutes since we last checked in. We've still got over 2 hours to go. And suddenly, Denny has stopped breathing, and we can see BJ get very frustrated to the point where he won't even let father near the patient to deliver his last rites. Says you can't have him yet. He is desperately trying to keep this guy alive till midnight, but the father calmly tells BJ,
I try to stay out of the way because what you people do here is so important. But understand, at a time like this, what I have to do is just as important. And no one, not you nor anyone else, is going to stand between me and the performance of my sacred office.
That was my favorite non-joke exchange.
Yeah, that was super powerful.
Yeah, all the actors doing such a great job here.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. So BJ apologizes and lets him do his thing. At this point, we don't have a lot of time left in the episode, so first, we have to tie up one more plot. Major Winchester is alone in his bunk when Klinger walks in, loudly declares dinner is served, and puts a napkin on the Major's lap. Then he presents a 3-course meal featuring the last of the macadamia nuts, followed by, quote, a mixed grill of Lebanese salami, sugar-cured ham, pig's feet, and hog jowls, adding there are seconds on those, because no one else wanted them.
Nobody else wanted them.
I guess only Rizzo was a fan. And for dessert, fudge and fruitcake. All the stuff everyone was denying the Major at the party because they all thought he was a cheapskate. So the Major's confused. At first, he jokes everything must be laced with hemlock. But when he asks what's the catch of the day, Klinger replies,
Oh, just one catch, Major. The source of this Christmas dinner must remain anonymous. It's an old family tradition.
Thank you, Max.
Merry Christmas, Charles.
And I thought this was extremely powerful. It's thank you, Max.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then Merry Christmas. And he pauses and says, Charles.
Yeah.
It was like, wow.
Yeah, they don't call each other by first name on this show often, if at all.
No.
So we've got one happy ending. Yeah, that was a really powerful way to end that plot point. Loved that. Can we make it 2 happy endings? No, I already told you. This man's going to die. It's now 11:25, and Margaret's lost Denny's pulse. She keeps looking, but it's no use. So BJ asks for more adrenaline. But Hawkeye stops him. Enough is enough. Denny Flanagan is gone. Let him rest. And BJ lets out a defeated sigh as Father Mulcahy quietly says a prayer over the body. Margaret, who's got bloodstains all over her nice white Christmas turtleneck with mistletoe patterns around the neckline. That's a powerful image all by itself.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm nodding my head, but I am agreeing.
Yeah.
Not helpful for a podcast.
That's okay. She's not saying anything either, but we can see her. Just remarks on how instantaneous death is.
Never fails to astonish me. You're alive, you're dead. No drums, no flashing lights, no fanfare. You're just dead.
So she goes to prepare a death certificate. And then Hawkeye, without saying a word, quietly goes up, walks over to the clock, opens it up, and adjusts the minute hand.
Look, you made it. Time of death, 12:05, December 26th.
This is the scene I remember from when I was a kid. Like, I remember that. I know I saw it when I was younger because I remembered this scene. Like, and I'm surprised, like, when we were talking about it, how late in the episode this plot starts.
Yeah.
Like, in my kid brain, this was the whole episode. But this might even be the B plot. Like, I don't even know if it's the A plot of the episode.
Right. It sure feels like the B plot. You're right. Like, it starts in Act 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, what hit me watching this now is their reactions to the fact of what Hawkeye just did. I mean, they've all been working for hours and hours and hours to keep him to the 26th. And when they don't make it and he changes the time, it's like they're falsifying documents.
Yeah, Margaret's very hesitant about that. Ashamed to falsify a record like that. Says it'll be a first for her. But Hawkeye, as he often does, tells her war is full of firsts. And lasts, BJ adds.
Yeah.
This is a scene, I knew it was coming because you, Jamie, had already told me about it. So I had it spoiled for me. And I didn't care. It's still so great.
Oh, powerful.
But this is me talking. I've talked enough about how time and time zones work on this podcast. And universally speaking, that's a pretty tiny margin of error, Margaret. Happy Boxing Day, everyone. It's fine.
I'll tell you, IMDb Goofs was not having it. Like, if they said if Hawkeye was going to do that, he should have just done that at the beginning and saved everybody 4 hours.
No, I mean, it was a noble cause. And, 35 minutes is a lot easier to fudge than hours.
These kids today don't understand drama.
More time zones.
No. Speaking of fudge, Mike.
Not yet. First, Father Mulcahy agrees and tells Margaret Christmas should be thought of as a day of birth, not a day of death. So Hawkeye cracks the door open and we hear everyone else at the mess tent singing "Oh Holy Night" as BJ breathes a sigh of relief as we fade out. They all get cleaned up and head out, but waiting for them outside is Colonel Santa. Along with the kid the father was talking to earlier, now wearing Santa's big old hat and carrying a plate of the last few bits of fudge Santa saved just for them.
Well. Santa happens to know you've been very good boys and girls today. And because of that, we've got a special present for you. Elf?
Fudge.
I have a credit for this kid, too. His name is Yoshiki Hoover. He would later have a small role in a 1987 Disney movie called You Ruined My Life, starring Soleil Moonfry and Paul Reiser. No idea.
What?
I don't know.
No idea.
And a 1988 episode of Knots Landing, and that's it for old Yoshi.
Oh, that was a great Knots Landing episode.
There you go. Oh, I'm glad you caught it.
I do wonder how they kept the kids up till past midnight if they were there since that morning.
I was thinking the same thing, you know?
I was like, shouldn't these kids be in bed by now?
What was in that fudge?
Yeah, I was kidding.
little coffee beans mixed in with the macadamia nuts. So our four heroes who were in post-op raise their bits of fudge in a toast as it begins to snow.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Whew, that was an episode.
Wow. Right in the feels.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the thing I always love about when they closed is kind of like in Star Trek did with their end credits. They would always take frames from the episode.
Yeah.
And put it up. I always thought that was a great touch.
Love that. More shows should keep doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But nowadays they shrink the credits to like a tiny square while they show you more advertising.
I hated that when they first started. I'm like, what are you doing?
4 times speed.
For
yeah,
real.
exactly.
Yeah. Like, well, got my name on the TV for half a second.
Yeah, I was the best boy, but you'll never know it unless you freeze frame it.
Any final thoughts on Death Takes a Holiday or MASH in general?
You know, just for me, when I first started to Google to go back and try to find some things, I was automatically reminded of the 1934 movie, Death Takes a Holiday. I mean, it's completely different,
of course,
but back from 1934. And I was like, wow, what a great title for a movie. And then for this.
Yeah.
I just thought it was awesome. The only other thing I really, really liked, well, not the only thing, because it was really great, is that when you get up to the orphanage, and you were talking about Foley earlier, when he stops the Jeep and you can actually hear like frogs in the background.
Yes. Uh-huh.
You know, and it was like, oh, that's really nice.
Yeah, felt like I was there.
I hate to tell you, IMDb Goof said, well, the frogs wouldn't be doing that in winter. I'm like, can you guys just watch the show?
Yeah, just enjoy it.
Excuse me. I mean, this is coming from the guy who looked up the weather on Christmas Day in 1951, so maybe I should shut up.
I went back, when I was scrolling through this on Hulu, I noticed that the episode before was called Father's Day. I was like, do they do a time jump from June to December?
Again, the whole thing's a time jump. This, 10, 11 seasons?
It turns out that Hot Lips' father was just visiting. It wasn't actually Father's Day.
Oh yeah, he's like a general.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that one.
But I enjoyed this so much, I went and watched that episode before I watched this episode again. And also, I watched this episode with the intent of taking notes 3 times. And I wrote like one sentence, and the rest of the time I'm just sucked in, just watching. I'm I was supposed to be taking notes.
Yeah, this was it was also at least my 3rd time going through it, just because you get just mesmerized by just the banter back and forth between everybody. Everybody acting in this did such an amazing job through the whole series. I remember.
Yeah. They make the jokes seem so effortless and they're funny, but they're not like, look what I just said. Did you hear that? Like every joke is just sort of like, I'm just saying this while I'm busy doing something else almost. Like I am operating, but I'm saying not so much in this one. I think it's a little bit, but they'll be operating and just they'll say a joke, or they'll be doing something and they'll say a joke, and it's like, it's funny for us, but they're not trying to. It's not like about showboating. Like it's just the way these characters talk.
No, yeah, and that's what I love. Everybody has those moments. Like everybody is the cleverest person when they're talking, and it's just so well written that it's not just one person has all the fun lines. They all get them.
Yeah, and they were all brilliant.
It's an entire base full of Tony Starks.
Yeah, yes.
They were all just brilliant actors. I mean, it was an amazing. That's one of the reasons why it's so difficult. You can't capture that again, or it's very hard.
Very, very hard to. Yeah.
I was gonna say, and considering how many of them are replacements from the original cast, which were also very good together, the Colonel is swapped out. Frank is gone. The guy before BJ is gone, whose name just eludes me at the moment.
Trapper John.
Thank you. Right. They had his own spinoff. Well, not really, but sort of.
Yeah.
The character had a spinoff, but it was.
I never understood.
They tried.
But the fact that they were able to keep replacing pieces and keep the dynamic It reminds me of the UK show Taskmaster. In the fact that they change the bulk of the cast every season, but somehow it's a cohesive, like you can always count on it to be a cohesive, funny thing.
Yeah.
And like the fact that they could do that on MASH, which is a scripted show, which I would say is, I don't know, more difficult, but certainly like the relationships and the chemistry, like to be able to like just swap in and out, like, you know, like Lego bricks.
Yeah.
And like still have the thing not Jumanji. What is the name of that tower? Jenga. Not Jenga over.
That's a great analogy. Love that.
I'm sorry. I'm 7 analogies deep in my own sentence. I should stop talking.
Are we still talking about MASH?
Probably. I don't know. Jamie, I'm really glad you recommended this. It's as lighthearted as you can get given the source material when you're telling stories based on real life wars and the people who had to live through them and die in them. It's really important to see how our fellow humans work to keep everyone's spirits up, and Christmas has a knack of doing that.
Well, I'm so glad, and I'm glad you're not mad that I spoiled it, too.
No, it's fine. But thank you both for joining me. It's been an honor podcasting with you.
Oh, it certainly has been my pleasure.
Thank you so much for having me on this episode. I will stop talking over you, I promise, because the show's about to end.
No, it's
That's
fine.
okay.
No.
Are you going to... Yeah?
Y'all get your own tracks, so editing will be easy.
Okay, great.
I'll make it sound good. Well, if people want to secretly drop off candy on your doorstep and not tell you about it, where should they find you on the internet? Jamie.
So you can find Fave 5 from fans pretty much every Friday night or morning. Well, barring unforeseen circumstances like copious amounts of tacos from the night before.
Nice.
But you can find us anywhere that we stream, and we're also on YouTube. So find us. We're on the gram, as the kids say. My daughter groaning at that. We're on Facebook. We're on all the places. And we love to hear about things that you love.
And Tim.
This time I remembered to remember what my various handles are on the different, because unlike most people, I did not keep it consistent across social medias. But the easiest way to go is to can'twaitforchristmaspod.com. And you can find us on YouTube. We are at Can't Wait for Christmas. On Blue Sky, we are at Christmas Pod. On TikTok and the Metas, Instagram, Facebook, and Threads, we are at Can't Wait for Christmas Pod.
There you go. See, I just tell people, go to adventcalendar.house and you can take it from there.
Yes, all these links are on Can't Wait for Christmas.
They're all there. They're all on the website. Just send them to one place. It's fine. Please check out all of those things. Both of my guests are linked in the show notes of this episode. And like I said, you can go to adventcalendar.house to find that and to find me wherever I happen to be found at this juncture in history. Tune in next time when it will be Scrooge Sunday all up and down the dial, and I hope just maybe you'll think of me once in a while. Until then, for Jamie Ray and Tim Babb, from the merriest mess tent south of the 38th parallel, this is Mike Westfall reminding you to mind the icy patch and keep away from the rubber oyster things. Blah. Blah. Beautiful.
This has been a presentation of the Retro Network.
Next time on the Advent Calendar House.
Baby, if you've ever wondered whatever became of me. I'm living on the air in Cincinnati, WKRP.